The child stands up for someone being humiliated in front of everyone. In the small, sunlit town of Maplewood, everyone knew everyone else. Life was simple here, children played freely on the streets, neighbors greeted each other warmly, and the local school was the heart of the community. Among the children was 10-year-old Aiden, a quiet boy with an observant nature and a strong sense of fairness. He wasn't the tallest or the strongest, but he had a courage that many overlooked. It was a bright Tuesday morning when the incident happened. Maplewood Elementary was buzzing with the usual chatter. The students were lined up in the schoolyard for assembly, their laughter mixing with the occasional squawk of birds from the nearby trees. Aiden stood near the edge of the crowd, his small backpack weighing him down slightly, yet his eyes were sharp and attentive. At the center of the commotion was Lucas, a boy from his class, who had always been a little different. He wasn't loud or particularly athletic, and sometimes, that made him an easy target for teasing. On that morning, however, no one expected the humiliation he would endure. It started when Tyler, the self-proclaimed king of the playground, decided it was time to assert his dominance. Tyler was older and taller, with a confidence that bordered on arrogance. His group of friends followed him everywhere, ready to join in his mischief. "Hey, Lucas," Tyler called, a smirk forming on his face. "Why are you wearing those shoes? Did you find them in the trash?" A hush fell over the students as Lucas's face turned crimson. He tried to laugh it off, but his voice shook. They're my favorite shoes," he muttered softly. Tyler laughed loudly, pointing at him. "Favorite? More like forgotten at home by mom shoes." His friends erupted in laughter, their snickers echoing across the schoolyard. Aiden's heart clenched as he saw the fear in Lucas's eyes. Aiden felt a rush of anger and something else, something stronger than fear, compassion. He knew he couldn't stay silent. He took a deep breath, his small fists clenched at his sides. "Stop it!" Aiden shouted, stepping forward. His voice, though not very loud, cut through the laughter like a sharp knife. The crowd turned to look at him. Tyler froze for a moment, surprised. No one had ever challenged him openly before, especially not someone as quiet as Aiden. "You're hurting him for no reason," Aiden continued, his voice gaining strength. "It's not funny, and it's not fair. You should apologize, Tyler." The schoolyard was silent now, the tension palpable. Tyler's friends exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what to do. Tyler, however, wasn't used to being confronted. His pride burned, and for a moment, it looked like he might lash out. But something in Aiden's unwavering gaze stopped him. There was no anger there, only honesty, courage, and the quiet strength of someone who knew right from wrong. "Apologize," Aiden repeated, stepping a little closer. Tyler hesitated, and then, muttering under his breath, he said, "Fine, sorry." It was barely audible, but Lucas heard it, and it was enough. Lucas's shoulders relaxed, and a shy smile appeared on his face. "Thanks, Aiden," he whispered, his voice filled with relief. The rest of the students, who had been watching in stunned silence, began to murmur among themselves. Some nodded approvingly, while others whispered about how brave Aiden was. After the assembly, as the students went to their classrooms, Lucas caught up with Aiden. "I don't know how you did that," he said, his eyes wide with admiration. "I was too scared to say anything." Aiden shrugged modestly. "I just thought it was wrong. Someone had to say something." The incident didn't go unnoticed by the teachers. Mrs. Thompson, their homeroom teacher, praised Aiden in front of the class the next day. "Aiden showed courage that day," she said warmly. "Standing up for someone else is one of the bravest things a person can do. You should all learn from his example." Word spread through the school about Aiden's actions. He wasn't seeking attention, but he became a quiet role model for many. The other students began to think twice before bullying someone, knowing that even the smallest voice could speak loudly when it mattered. Lucas, meanwhile, gained newfound confidence. He no longer slouched or tried to make himself invisible. He started participating more in class, joining games during recess, and even making new friends. Aiden and Lucas became close, sharing lunches, secrets, and the occasional mischief of their own. But standing up for someone wasn't always easy. Aiden faced his own challenges. Some of Tyler's friends weren't happy with him, whispering mean things behind his back. Yet, every time he felt doubt, he remembered Lucas's grateful smile and the feeling of knowing he had done the right thing. The town of Maplewood, small as it was, began to notice a subtle change. Children became kinder, more considerate, and more willing to defend each other. Teachers reported fewer incidents of bullying, and parents noticed their children speaking up more, just like Aiden. One small act of courage had rippled through the community, reminding everyone that standing up for what's right could inspire change far beyond a single moment. Months later, at the school's annual talent show, Lucas decided to dedicate his performance to Aiden. He sang a song he had written about courage, friendship, and the importance of speaking up. When he finished, the audience erupted in applause, and Lucas pointed toward Aiden with a big grin. Aiden, sitting quietly in the crowd, felt a warmth in his chest. He had never sought recognition, but this moment made him realize that courage could inspire others in ways words often could not. Years later, people in Maplewood still told the story of the boy who stood up. Aiden's small act had changed lives, proving that even a child, when guided by empathy and bravery, could make the world a better place. And though Aiden grew up to live an ordinary life in the town he loved, he never forgot that day. He knew that courage wasn't about being the strongest or the loudest, it was about doing what was right, no matter the cost, and standing up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves.